Assalamu alaikum and welcome to Who's Next. And welcome back to Who's Next, your favorite show on Dean TV. And as always, we have our two guests here, or excuse me, two hosts.
We're guests. I feel like a guest next to you, man.
Yeah.
You just
I
shine so bright.
So who are you, Mr.?
My name is Joshua Salam.
Uh-huh.
I was born in the year of the episode of 1973.
That was an episode.
That was the episode? Yeah.
Short.
Okay. Maybe he had an episode.
Oh my God. And you, sir, with the jokes?
Abdul Malik Ahmed. I'm not gonna say when I was born,
Okay.
but yeah, it was a while back.
Kind of high.
Kind of hard behind the golden years. Sorry. And my name is Naeem Mohammed. And again, so excited to have you guys. We've been spending this time, these last few weeks, looking at all these entries and basically finding out who's going to be the next songwriter, rapper, spoken word artist, singer, what have you. And we're going across the country. This has been put together by taking contestants from across the U.S. and Canada to find out who's next. So, usually we like to banter a little bit before we get into it.
Banter.
It's banter a little bit. Like, what number do you think
I don't
I'm
banter
thinking?
often.
No, you don't banter often.
Let's try it.
I'm wondering. I really look forward to when we narrow this down into the top 8. This kind of reminds me of something that we all were involved in a long time ago. How we all got started in this music thing. Does anybody remember that? What was
Remind
it
us.
called? Minna Raps.
Hey.
You know, not everybody. A lot of you people watching, you
They
were
don't
too
know.
young for this and
don't
whatever. But a long time ago, that's how we all kind of got our start. As far as like recording, it was a mixtape called Minna Raps. Joshua was on the first one. You know?
Well, among with a bunch of other people.
Right. And then me and Abdul Malik bought the CD. I mean, not wasn't a CD back then. It was the actual tape.
They
Audio
don't know.
tape.
They don't
cassette.
know about that either.
They don't know about that either. This is like ancient times.
So I'm not saying my age.
That's why he's not saying his age, but you don't even have to. People know. There's Wikipedia and Google. They got it all. True. But so it's kind of bringing back some of those memories for me that these kind of amateur young artists who are starting out want to get involved in this. How important is it to have, Joshua, how important would you say it is to have these kind of productions that are put together to bring these artists together for just for the sake of the Muslim art scene? Well, how do you think important it is to do stuff like that?
I think it's important to have an audience as a performer.
Okay.
You know, if you don't get access to an audience, there's something missing. You know, you have to. It's that
Stink. It's like
no, you got to have that
No,
feedback,
no.
even if it's negative feedback. Even if people like zone out on your song, you're like, man, why were people not paying attention to my song?
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
And you think about, was I not singing loud enough? Do I need to move around more? Do I need to whisper and draw them in? You know, you're like thinking, because this is a conversation. So I think this real important, and also it's for some people that's terrifying to have an audience.
Right.
And they want to perform, but just the thought of people watching me and judging me and saying that my stuff wasn't that good or I should have did this. It's like I don't want to be critiqued like that. So it's a double-edged sword, but you definitely need an audience.
Okay, well, what about you on the fact there's one thing the audience piece, but what about creating what you're going to create, inshallah, at the end, this mixtape of all these amateur kind of recording artists and stuff like that? How important is it to have these type of opportunities?
Oh, definitely, man. I think going back to what you mentioned in Minna Raps days, you know, there was a lot of different artists on the album, and I think each one of those people who were on the album went off into different, were able to use the medium of Minna Raps and develop whatever talent they had, whether they wanted to go off into more singing or into more arts, whatever. But it was an opportunity. Right. And that's what we want to do here. We want to give people an opportunity. If we had the internet back then, it would have been different because, you know, people
Dating yourself again.
We were pre-internet.
Pre-internet.
Back in the day with tapes. Yeah.
When you actually had to pay for music.
That's right. Oh my gosh.
It wasn't free. No, but I think too. I think it's good. Again, to give people a platform. Sometimes you need to, and this goes back to Joshua's thing, convene people in a certain way. So this show is going to put together its own audience, so to say. Maybe people who were performing in their own space by themselves, they didn't have an audience before. Maybe now they'll have an audience, they have a platform, and be able to pull people towards them, and they can learn more about them and hear about them and maybe launch their career. So I think it does that. And then it also, I think we need more variety out there. I mean, how many shows you can go to and the same names on the bill every time? It'd be good if this would help spark more interest in the arts and get people going.
You know what I like best about that?
Okay.
Is the hand gestures. You know, the Naeem.
You have that, yeah.
You know, the guy just, he only had to speak just.
But have you ever noticed people who have the same hand gestures like all the time?
No.
Like, I have somebody who, like, every time they start talking, they go like this. No matter what they're talking about, it's like,
wait,
yeah, we're gonna come together. Yeah. Oh, it wasn't you. Like every time they start gesturing, they're like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, why do you keep doing this? Okay, anyway. Now on to our next contestant.
Yeah.
So our next contestant, he's a local boy from Falls Church, Virginia. Okay. He's doing a rap/song. I'm going to find out what that means in a minute. And it's called Shahada. And our next contestant, his name is Thalib Razi. I remember him. I'm seeing his face up on the screen already. I remember him. He came to an event that we did in Chicago.
Did he perform?
He's local.
Yeah. He performed.
Falls Church?
Yeah, Falls Church. He wasn't
some of us were listening to, to the banter.
But yeah, he's 23 years old, and he says, and I'm a singer-songwriter living in Falls Church, Virginia. Though I'm an engineer consultant by day, I have a passion for creating meaningful music with world influences. I was inspired to write this song after thinking about the first part of the Shahada, La ilaha illallah. Does not require that, La ilaha illallah does not require the use of one's lips or the tongue. The same is true of hallelujah in the Christian tradition, which points to which points to our common Abrahamic root. It struck me as a metaphor of how the Shahada is more than mere words on the lips, but rather a gasp of awe in the face of the divine. La ilaha illallah.
Yeah, you don't have to.
You don't have to use your lips.
La ilaha illallah.
You use it. Anyway, let's listen to it.
It's true.
You got to use your tongue.
He says you got
La ilaha illallah.
You using your tongue? Your tongue is moving.
No, he said you don't lose your lips.
Some of us were listening. He said lips and tongue.
It's true.
Does not require the use of one's lips.
Or
only the tongue.
Oh, only the tongue.
And the roof of the mouth. Sorry. Yeah. Hey, Thalib, can you come and give us a demonstration? All right, that's enough of that.
But that's
Let's
good, though.
get into this. Thalib Razi, Falls Church, Virginia, Shahada.
Like when Abraham saw the sunset and he cried and turned away. When the leaves fall from their branches, I breathe out your name. And like Jacob holding Joseph's shirt and his eyes see another day. When I cast eyes on an old friend, I breathe out your name. Oh, la ilaha illallah, can't say it with your lips. Oh, la ilaha illallah, none like you exist, none like you exist. Moses took his shoes off when he heard you through the flames. When the creek melts in the springtime, I breathe out your name. And like Bilqis in the palace, when she saw her throne was the same. When I found my queen of sunshine, I breathed out your name. Oh, la ilaha illallah, can't say it with your lips. Oh, la ilaha illallah, none like you exists, none like you exist. Like the praised one Muhammad, as he sat there in the cave. When I'm seized by inspiration, I breathe out your name. Like the voices from the heavens, when the angels heard him say to his maker, peace upon us, I breathe out your name. Like the voices from the heavens, as the angels heard him say to his maker, peace upon us, I breathe out your name. Oh, la ilaha illallah, can't say it with your lips. Oh, la ilaha illallah, none like you exist, none like you exist. Oh, none like you exist.
Thalib Razi.
All right.
All right.
Okay.
All the way Falls Church, Virginia.
Falls Church.
The engineer, singer-songwriter.
Yeah.
Right. Who wants to get into it? Who wants to get right back in? Get right into it.
You went first last time, didn't you?
I think I did.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I was super impressed with his guitar skills.
Okay.
Yeah. I feel like it brought out a soulful piece of him that is there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, from the beginning when he was just kind of, what do you call it, rifting? Riffing?
He was doing a finger picking type of playing.
Yeah, at the beginning, and he had his little note, and he was like, it was, I don't know, it was like a bluesy
Riff.
Yeah,
in
I like
there.
that
That
riff.
every time he played it, I was like, I like that.
Mm-hmm.
His vocal performance for the first two sections, I wasn't really feeling it.
Mm-hmm.
The last one, I think he was singing more within his range.
Okay.
And even though he's not, like Maher Zain type of voice, neither am I, but I think he was comfortable in his own voice in the last section. And I think if he stays in that range with his guitar skills, I think he has something. Yeah.
Well, what are you feeling?
No, I was kind of feeling, I'd mirror what Josh is saying. I like that riff in the beginning. And I also like the chorus. La ilaha illallah. But like I was saying, I think those notes, I think it's a lot of it, and I struggle with this too sometimes, just breath control, knowing like how to breathe properly, la ilaha, and using your chest voice and stuff like that.
He just seemed nervous, I think.
Yeah, maybe he was nervous.
He just seemed a little nervous.
But
What's that face? He does the same face on stage every time me, Abdul Malik, and I do something, and I was like, in front of thousands of people, just. Well, go ahead.
But I'm saying that these type of and we've learned that the more you practice with your breath control and vocal lessons and stuff like that, it does actually help. So I think maybe that was maybe the only weak element, but I think the presentation that he had was good. He had the guitar, he had the microphone. You know, he gave us a good package. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
He's an
I like,
engineer.
yeah.
You can afford that microphone. Yeah.
And I think overall the writing was decent. I like the writing.
No, I was gonna say I felt it was strong writing. I mean, I liked the different passages and that he had with it. It was more of a it was kind of a waltz the way he was in. It's a very different than anything we've been submitted thus far. It's been the first one I can think of to date that's had like music accompaniment. Which he did really well. I really like the sound of the guitar and his playing. He really showed that he knows what he's doing there. I think the vocal performance could have been a little stronger.
That's kind of
but
folksy,
I think with
right?
time, but it had that kind of
That folksy kind of feel to it, right?
Yeah, that kind of feel, that kind of campfire type of feel.
Yeah.
That just people around and just singing and you know, some guy who's been singing on the road and just been there and back again and got a story to tell you. So I really felt that. I mean, I really felt the heart in it. I think I agree with you on the control, but maybe having enough wind to push would make those notes a little stronger. I think he'll do well. I think he'll do well in the competition. Definitely, he'll stand out. Inshallah, I think so. But that's what we think. We need to hear what you all think. And the way you can do that is if you like this, definitely click like in Facebook or on Dean TV's website, the like button there. Leave us your comments. Double click on Instagram as well. And is there any other way that they can watch this thing? Instagram and YouTube, actually. And as always, Brother Abdul Malik will be running around the internet, scooping up those likes and all those comments and trying to find out what people think and what people do. And I was trying to do something here. I was trying to catch them off guard because if they don't think I'm going to stop talking or something like that at the end of the show, they'll finally find out who's next. Assalamu alaikum.
This Dean TV video was made possible in part by Islamic Relief USA, working together for a better world, by Guidance Residential, the #1 Islamic home financer in the U.S., and by Recycle Processes Incorporated.
Assalamu alaikum. I am Joshua Salam. Thank you so much for watching. It's wonderful to have you. If you want to see more videos like these, please click here. That's right. Thank you. See you next time.